Okay, let's talk about the shopping cart. You grab one every time you go to the store, and it's so common, so normal that it's practically invisible, right? But what if I told you that this simple wire basket has this shockingly dramatic history, and that it's actually hiding a huge secret about how our world is designed and even how our own brains work? So, here's where the story gets really wild. When the shopping cart was first invented, it was a complete and total flop. I mean, people hated it. And that brings up a really fascinating question. How on earth did this brilliant invention go from being public enemy number one to something that literally reshaped the entire global economy? To get the answer, we've got to rewind the clock all the way back to the late 1930s. See, the idea of a self service grocery store where you actually walk the aisles yourself was still pretty new, and it had one major flaw. Here was the big problem, and a guy named Sylvan Goldman was the one who spotted it. He owned a supermarket in Oklahoma, and he noticed that his customers would only buy as much as they could physically carry. The second their little wire handbasket got too heavy, that was it. They were done. They'd head straight for the checkout. A person's arm strength was literally putting a hard ceiling on his sales. So Goldman got totally obsessed with this problem. He just knew that if he could figure out a way for people to buy more without having to carry it all, they would almost certainly spend more money. He needed a breakthrough idea. And that breakthrough, well, it came late one night while he was in his office. It was so simple, it was genius. He's just staring at a wooden folding chair, and then it hits him. What if he put wheels on the legs of the chair? And what if he put a basket on the seat? He found a mechanic to help him out, and pretty soon they had a working prototype, a metal frame on wheels that could hold two shopping baskets. It was brilliant. So you can imagine Goldman, right? He proudly rolls his brand new invention out onto the sales floor, expecting everyone to be totally amazed. Instead, crickets. It was an absolute disaster. Nobody would touch them. The carts just sat there, completely ignored. And the reasons why people rejected it are just fascinating, because it tells you so much about the 1930s. The men, they felt that pushing a cart was, well, weak, an insult to their masculinity. And the women, they basically said, look, I push a baby carriage all day long. The last thing I'm going to do is push another one of these things around just for groceries. But here's the thing about Sylvan Goldman. He was a brilliant observer of people. He realized pretty quickly that logic wasn't going to work. He couldn't just tell people it was a good idea. He had to show them. So he needed a whole new strategy, one based not on convenience, but on psychology. This is where Goldman decided to use this really powerful psychological tool called social proof. It's a simple idea, really. We human beings, we look to other people to figure out how we're supposed to act. If it seems like everyone else is doing something, we just kind of assume it must be the right thing to do. And this is where the story gets really clever. Goldman put a four-step plan into motion. First, he hired models, men and women, all different ages, to just walk around his store, pushing the carts and pretending to shop. Second, he put a friendly greeter at the front door to offer a cart to every single person who walked in, pointing out that, hey, everyone is using them. This created the illusion, the social proof, that finally triggered that herd mentality. And guess what? It worked. It worked like a charm, almost overnight. As soon as real shoppers saw these actors just effortlessly gliding around with their carts full of groceries, everything changed. Suddenly, everyone wanted a cart. Goldman's invention wasn't just saved, it was about to change the world. Okay, so a clever psychological trick made the shopping cart a hit. End of story, right? Nope, not even close. What happened next was a chain reaction that nobody, not even Goldman himself, could have possibly predicted. The success of the cart started this massive domino effect. Because people could now push their groceries instead of carrying them, they bought more, a lot more, and that forced the entire physical world to change. Grocery stores suddenly needed way wider aisles. Checkout counters had to be completely re-engineered. And stores needed these huge parking lots so people could haul all their stuff to their cars. This simple wire basket basically gave birth to the modern supermarket and the age of supersized consumerism. But the story doesn't stop there in the 1940s. Over the decades, the cart has kept evolving, and believe it or not, it still uses psychology to quietly influence how we behave every single time we go shopping. Seriously, think about the last time you went to a big grocery store. Have you ever stopped and just noticed how massive those shopping carts are? I mean, they're huge. And that is absolutely not an accident. There's a very specific reason for it. The reason they're so big is pure psychology. See, a giant empty cart makes us feel like we haven't bought enough. It creates this kind of visual void that makes us feel a little incomplete. And our brains are subtly, subconsciously tricked into grabbing just a few more items off the shelves, just to fill up that empty space. The design of the cart itself is nudging you to buy more. When you really stop and think about it, it's just incredible. A simple invention of wire and wheels didn't just solve a problem of how to carry things, it overcame our weird human biases. It totally rewired our shopping habits, and it literally rebuilt the physical world around us. It just goes to show you that the biggest, most powerful stories are often hiding in plain sight, in a simple, overlooked objects we use every single day. So the next time you grab a cart, you'll know you're not just grabbing a basket, you're pushing a real piece of history.